Hey everyone, Rick here, and folks, welcome back to another Battlefields of Mana unit review. In this case, we're looking at Mountain Dwarves, another type of mercenary unit. So what makes mercenaries mercenaries? Well, a couple things. First, you can only include one unit of each type of mercenary in your army at a given time. So, for example, when you're crafting your army of Lunar Knights or Regal Guard, you can have up to 4 units of any type, 4 units of archers, 4 units of bidowers. But for mercenaries, you are limited to 1 of each. Now, because of that, they are typically a little more bang for your buck. Also, you have to earn the right to even include them in your army. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means you have to beat them in battle first. So what you'll do is you'll be like, okay, in future battles, I want the option of including mountain dwarves. So what you'll do is you'll get an opponent who will put together a marauder army, include a unit of mountain dwarves in there, or whatever the mercenary unit you want to use in the future is. You have to play that battle out using your army of Regal Guard or Lunar Knights or whatever, and then if you beat them in battles going forward, you will have the option of including mountain dwarves. So why may you want to use mountain dwarves? Well, first of all, this is what they may look like when you're fighting them when they are controlled by the Marauder player, with the generic Marauder banner bearer in there. But once you eliminate them, once you win that battle, and let's say you're a Regal Guard fan, then you can stick a generic Regal Guard banner bearer in there. That might be what they look like when they are a part of your army. So again, why may you want them? Well, let's take a look at these stats. These are just insane. First of all, attack dice 3. So every figure in close contact will get to roll 3 dice each, all of which combat strength +1. So add 1 to the result of every die, and of course, max out at 6. Armor 3, that means these dwarves, you can only hit them if you're opposing on 4s or better when you're rolling attack dice. Defense of +1, so that means even if somehow you get past their armor, when they're rolling their defense dice, all their defense dice are all +1. Now, they have no range. They are a little slower, movement of 3 inches, which means they can move 3 and still attack, or forego combat that turn and move twice up to 6 inches. Initiative of +2. That means when you're rolling to see who goes first in a close combat, the mountain dwarves will get to add 2 to their initiative die roll. Health of 2, so every mountain dwarf has 2 HP, which means every 2 wounds the unit takes eliminates another mountain dwarf as a casualty. And then we get into the fun part. Brutality. They have brutality. If you recall brutality, that is the ability that allows units to re-roll attack die results that failed to pierce the defender's armor. So imagine this. Mountain dwarves are rolling 3 dice each. If they're fighting someone to the front, that's 3, 6, 9 dice. They're all +1. If any of those 9 dice somehow still fail to pierce the defender's armor, let's say the defender had an armor of 3, so the mountain dwarves needed 4s or better. If they rolled a bunch of 1s and 2s, even with the +1, that wouldn't, be 4 or more, so they could re-roll all their 1s and 2s. With that brutality special ability. So 9 dice, all +1, re-rolling misses. Plus, if only 4s or better can hit them, and if any dice do hit them, their defense dice are all +1. How much does something like this cost? That's insane. 5. 5 points. Now that may sound a little expensive. Or you may be saying, wow, it's only 5, because you imagine heavy cavalry are rolling 9 dice, all +1. They're armor 3, but they sure aren't defense +1. And they don't have brutality either. So that's just absolutely nuts. So for 5 points, you can include a unit of mountain dwarves, which are freaking awesome. And I think every single dwarf in this unit is a different pose. Isn't that cool? A lot of figures are, duplicate poses. we had the peasant militia who were 2 different poses, but every one of these 5 mountain dwarves, they are all different poses. That is just so cool. All right, folks, that is it. I mean, offensive juggernauts, defensive juggernauts, all for 5 points. All right, folks, thank you all so much for watching. This has been another mercenary unit review for Battlefields of Mana, the Mountain Dwarves. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and until next time.